Exploring the branches of the ancestry tree can unearth some real surprises. I have known Kevin Henry for many years, and he and his brother Jim kindly allowed me to explore their family history. And some surprises certainly emerged. So Kevin, I know that you knew for a long time that your father's family was from the northwest of Ireland and from the County Sligo area where we are now, but we have just come from a place called Island 80, a townland near Westport in County Mayo, and we found ancestors from your mother's side, and we were at an RIC barracks. So what was the connection? Kevin and Jim's mother was Sarah, known as Sadie Anderson. Their grandmother, Sadie's mother, was Mary Ann, known as Annie Connington. On her marriage record, her father was Patrick Connington, born in Island 80. And Patrick's father, per his marriage record, was James Connington, Head Constable with the Royal Irish Constabulary, the RIC. James was stationed here at the RIC barracks in Island 80. And given that 4 of his children were born here between 1850 and 1860, it's pretty likely that he worked at this building for at least 10 years. The RIC, or Irish Constabulary, was the all-male police force in Ireland for over 100 years. Many joined just to earn a living and were obliged to serve away from where they grew up or lived. Rural constables often were treated as leaders of the community as they were literate and helped folks with paperwork and documentation when needed. James retired from policing in 1873. The RIC became deeply unpopular around the famine, as some of them helped to enforce eviction orders. Things calmed down a little later, but once rebellions and nationalism took hold of the country, they were in great danger as they were seen as agents of the colonising forces. This barracks at Deergrove, Island 80, came under fire during the 1920s when there was real unrest during the War of Independence. You can see here a set of steel window shutters. The small holes allowed the RIC men to return fire. It was vacated and left undefended. One Easter Sunday night in 1920, it was set alight and never rebuilt. Did that surprise you when you found that out?
Yeah, I guess 2 real surprises in the visit to Island 80 and all of the surrounding data that we found. The first being that my great-great-grandfather was a high-ranking constable in the RIC, which was a somewhat controversial policing force in the 19th century. I never heard talk of that from either my own mother or from my grandmother. So that was quite a surprise. And the second surprise was that some of her ancestry comes from the northwest of Ireland, County Mayo, because all my life I was hearing Waterford, Waterford, Waterford from both my mum and my granny. And as far as they were concerned, their Waterford ancestry went back to pre-1000.